I want to talk about Usher. He has a new song out called Papers, and it's about him basically signing those divorce papers from his wife of 2 years, Tamika Foster. She gave him two sons, and I guess he was just going through the motions. Always defending him and her relationship, and finally whatever happened to make him actually sign those papers, he's putting it in his music. Now, I don't know if this is a ploy to sell records. I'm basically discussing this so openly. The song was written by Sean Garrett. He was recently on Mario's single "Breakup," and he's a noted songwriter. Now, with this song "Papers," it's discussing his relationship with his mother and Tamika Foster in terms of feeling like he almost lost his mother. I guess not life-wise, but manager-wise, she was his momager. So, she was always there. She guided him to superstar success. Now, as far as his talent is concerned, what he brings to the table with this song, it's really catchy. I gotta file them papers. I don't know the full song yet. I haven't memorized it yet, but it is catchy. It has a nice beat. But what I like about the song, he sings very strong. His vocals are so good. It's almost like not hearing them for years, and then all of a sudden you hear him and it sounds like it's brand new. It's one of those things that sounds like when Confession started, and it was like a pandemonium about that. He sold 1 million in the first week. This time, it shouldn't be about record sales, because artists this day and age will never sell records like they did before, like with Michael, Janet, all of those back in the day when they were selling like 20 plus million per album. Now it seems as though you sell 2 million and that's a big success. Look at Beyonce, so having Usher's coming out with this type of song, it's introspective, but it was a formula that worked for him on Confession, him and Chili's relationship. But in my opinion though, it's still kind of like you kissing and telling what's going on, because unfortunately for Tamika, she's not a music artist, so she can't really express herself in song, and she's probably not gonna backbite you in an interview. But if she doesn't, it kind of allows Usher to just have a side of his relationship and get to express it and sell millions of records in a process. As far as his last album, which was released only last year, was "Here I Stand," and I don't even remember the first single. I remember the second single, "Moving Mountains," but I wasn't too moved by that one either. I don't know. It was, I don't know if it was the timing of the release of his album. He sold almost 500,000. He didn't sell quite 500,000, but he sold almost that in the first week. But artists today and age, they're fighting for that #1 spot, because it used to be where you get #1s, or you get to a #1. Your album goes to #1. I mean, you can even go back to '93. Janet was the first female artist to actually debut at #1 for an album, which was the Janet album. But when you go to Usher and all the newbies, that's newbies compared to legend or icon status. Newbies been in the game for maybe 15 years or 10 years. It's a difference from people that have been in the game for 30, 35 years. It's a big difference. As far as selling records now, you're not gonna sell records but it's not, his album wouldn't sell 10, 15 million. I'm looking for those big numbers, but they don't have them anymore, because we have digital downloads. We have millions of blogs that are going to get the whole album and basically give it away for free. Like, you can stream it, you can copy it. There's so many things that you can do, that it takes away from the artist's record sales, and it's a shame that that happens only because it's they're not getting paid. Their music is, they put all the time in the studio, they put all their blood, sweat, and tears, and now they got to make their money on tour. And now it's where if the albums and singles don't sell, the tour won't be as successful, or it won't be as much put into a tour. So it's kind of cutting the artist in a certain way. But Usher shouldn't have high expectations. He shouldn't give up on a project if it sells 500,000. I mean, Confession sold 1 million and went on to sell 10 million. That's great, 10 million. But there's artists again that have sold 20 million, 30 million on one album. So he shouldn't feel like that was such a high bar, based off of people like Michael Jackson, or those type of people. So in the past, albums that were like 20 million plus. So I think that he shouldn't give up on a project if it doesn't hit those million numbers, because that's hard to do. I mean, Lil Wayne even had to work and be on so many songs for the years before his Carter 3 came out, and he sold 1 million in the first week. And it's a great reminder. I mean, it rejuvenizes the music industry for a moment, but after that, everything goes back to normal. Who's next? Who's going to do it next? It shouldn't be about that. It should be about the music. It should be about just coming out and giving your best impression, giving a real good single, not a okay single. This is a good enough single for a lead single, though, I would say. I think it's really catchy. I think it's vocally brilliant, only because Michael Jackson is not here. I'm wearing a Michael Jackson shirt. You see? Okay. Let's see. All right. See, he's not here, so Usher has to do everybody justice. Chris Brown is a good entertainer, but he's not even Usher. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, Usher's vocals will kill Chris Brown. Chris Brown can dance, he can move, he's a good performer, but Usher was like the closest thing, if you want to say, as far as the entertainment male package that Michael Jackson had brought, like that model that Michael Jackson brought. They're saying that the song was written 3 months before he actually got a divorce. So I don't know how true that is, because the lyrics are so close to what was going on in his relationship with Tamika Foster. And I also wanted to talk about one more thing, is that what messed up the last album was the fact that he constantly was defending Tamika. So good luck, Usher, and keep bringing the good music. We need to hear something good. And rate, comment, and subscribe. My movie that I'm doing is called Undone. You can go on calitivity.com to find that information, and my blog is funnyandink.com. So I'll have that information on the credits. Thank you so much. All right.